the other dogs are on Buffalo's cut line, they can probably pick up some sign of the fact that there is something going on here. They're probably picking up the scent of it, because so she's waiting for the rest of the pack. Some of them are starting to come in now. I don't know which pack this is yet. And here comes the rest of the pack. These look like a youngster there. It makes 4. And they're about to, there are another dog that's running in onto Buffalo's, and they're making their way right down to where Kunuma is lying. As you can see, we're on the top of a little bit of a ridge here, and down in the bottom of this dip is where Kunuma is. Some of the other dogs are actually running off of the bush, off of the road, through the bush. They're going to run down towards the dam.
Can we get on the road? This angle is not...
No, I know, but there are other vehicles, so I can't get straight onto the road because I'm going to block the view of other vehicles, unfortunately, so we just have to live with the angle for a second. There is almost chaos going on here because we've got 2 sightings merging. We've got a bunch of vehicles with the leopard sighting, we've got a bunch of vehicles with the wild dog sighting. The wild dog are imminently going to see a leopard, and there's going to be something that is going to change the dynamics of this afternoon. It's getting very dark, there's a storm brewing. It's sort of one of those, it's classic. Sad I'm going on leave tomorrow, so I'm not going to be here for a bit, but I know that Brent and Scotty and Steph and Peter and Hayden are going to have a pretty good time if all these animals are around right now. That front dog is now almost in line with Kunuma, if he hasn't climbed a tree yet. Well, unfortunately we kind of sandwiched. I think the one dog in front there has seen the cat. Just looking at the positioning of the ears, definitely interest going on all of a sudden. So. One of the dogs just barking now. Just seen the leopard. Suddenly there's something going on. One of the dogs really taking off at a sprint, having seen, no doubt seen the leopard. Leopard, I can see Kunuma from here through that guarri bush. He's not really doing anything just yet. I'm going to have to stop here. Obviously a really strange circumstance with wild dog coming into hyena and leopard sighting like this. Okay, straight through a little gap, almost down this mitre drain. Maybe a little bit forward for you. There. A hyena I can hear. Unfortunately I can't go there, but the hyena and the wild dog are having a fight. It's right here in front of me. The wild dog are taking on this hyena. Kunuma's taken off. Hyena's taken off. Wild dog have just treed Kunuma. Fortunately he managed to get into a tree. They're all on top of him, under the not on top of him, they're just all underneath the tree. Fortunately he managed to, with this commotion of the hyena being attacked by the wild dog, he decided to take the best course of action. He's climbed into a bush willow. It's pandemonium. It's the dogs running everywhere. There's still one hyena that is, I think, trying to sneak away. There's something just off to our right. I just saw movement there. The other hyena just coming through to my right. Managing to get away from the dogs. What'll be interesting is to see what the dogs do, because dogs are not going to have the patience of hyena to sit around waiting under a tree to see if meat is going to fall. They're probably just going to go on and make their own hunt somewhere. How many were there? I don't know. It was just so exciting I didn't even think to count. Maybe 5 dogs. They're back at the tree where Kunuma has climbed. One dog is actually trying to jump up to reach Kunuma because there's a slope that's got to try and get a view of this if we can. He's way too high for them to reach. I mean, it's just... The dog's now running away from the tree. He's in this tree. He's sort of way up there. Or is it there? There you can see him now. Just his tail. So glad he's safe. I'm glad quarantine seems to be safe in the gardenia. He's not in a very comfortable tree, but he's safe. I think that's the main thing. Pardon?
I think they're treeing the other one. We good?
So you can see how they're flaring their tails in excitement and aggression. I can see shadows in that gardenia. Or is it a gardenia? Next to a tambuti. Gardenia is the smaller one. The tambuti is the bigger one. Absolutely amazing. Those dogs are now coming back towards it. I think they're after the other hyena. Yep, they're after the other hyena. Just inside the bush. There's a road. Unfortunately, I can't go down the road, but we might be able to see something down this road. It's not really a road, it's just a mitred drain. It's a phenomenally exciting moment when there is so much happening and there just simply isn't enough, or rather there aren't enough cameras and cameramen on the back to be able to follow everything. But it is, the compounding factor is that this cloud is coming in. It's getting very, very dark. So we're sort of trying to get the gain and the contrast and all those things really right to be able to see into this darkness. You can see better in the camera than I can see with my eyes, but somehow I need to look with my eyes. Wow. Andrew?
Unbelievable.
Sure.
So much for your quiet.
Well, that's what I was saying, is that, we can drive around and be quiet. And I even said that we don't know if a leopard's going to chase an impala across the road. And we've had probably even more exciting than that. This whole convergence of 3 different major predators. Unfortunately, I think I shouldn't be here because there are 3 vehicles here now. It's also all happened. In fact, there are 5 vehicles here. I'm going to have to sneak off, folks. Okay, Mark, I'm going to leave.
Check the quarantine still there.
Guys are saying they think that he might have cleared that tambuti and that gardenia quarantine.
No, I don't see him in there.
No, but we can see Kunuma's got a better position now. He's actually sitting down on this bush fella. So we are. It's a very unusual circumstance, but I don't want to compound it. We're looking at one of the trackers of Juma, that's Fanwa. He's a fantastic chap just underneath that leopard. But unfortunately, it's time to maybe go on because we cannot be party to too much pressure on the animals by providing, or rather by being part of too many vehicles there, and well, because